Chapter 704. The Thunder Cleaver swung through the bodies of the ghost soldiers, but it seemed to do no harm to them at all. At the same time, their weapons were almost touching Wilbur's body. A meter-long jet of spiritual flames shot out of Ryder's dagger, and he brought it down on the incoming soldiers. Yet the same thing happened. The flames sliced right through the ghost soldiers' bodies without causing them any harm. Isabella went pale in the face. She gripped her dagger, preparing for a fight to the death. Just then, however, a ray of silver light slashed through the air. Several ghost soldiers were sliced to pieces, howling in agony before disappearing altogether. Wilbur had put away the Thunder Cleaver, switching to a long salver sword. The long sword was condensed purely from his spirit energy. It was covered with various symbols, emitting a powerful spirit pressure. Wilbur scoffed coldly, looking at the Arch-King. Upon finding out that the Thunder Cleaver was useless against the ghost soldiers, Wilbur forged a weapon out of his spirit energy to kill them. These ghosts were not threatened by physical weapons, but spiritual weapons were perfect for taking them down. The only issue was that while Wilbur was killing these ghosts, his own consciousness would come directly into contact with this deathly aura. Most cultivators would be dead by now if they did not have enough spirit energy. But Wilbur's spirit energy was considered to be on such a godly level that it was able to completely crush the deathly aura the second it entered his consciousness. At the same time, the man was being attacked on his end as well. The ghost soldiers seemed to lose sight of their target the second they came up to him, zooming around blindly as if they could not see the man at all. The man let out a loud laugh, casting a smug glance at Wilbur and the rest. Obviously, Wilbur saw all of this. The little girl's power was enough to completely protect them. The ghost soldiers seemed to turn completely blind and deaf as soon as they came into contact with her spirit barrier and could not attack them at all. Wilbur watched the girl quietly while he worked away at killing the ghost soldiers. He was complexly unbothered by the man provoking him. Over on Saiba's end, at the very moment the ghost soldiers appeared, Saiba and his two men had gotten to their knees to mutter what seemed like a prayer to the Arch-King in an ancient language. The Arch-King turned to look at Saiba, visibly surprised. "I can't believe my people are still alive. What a surprise this is." The Arch-King laughed loudly, and Saiba let out a sigh of relief. The next second, however, countless ghost soldiers pounced over to drive their weapons into their bodies. Saiba and his men were in complete shock. Yet their bodies had begun to grow pale already, turning into 3 clouds of smoke amidst a sea of agonized cries before drifting into the formation. The Arch-King laughed wildly. "Granting you death is the highest honor you could ever hope to receive." It was clear that he hardly cared about the lives of his people at all. Saiba and his men had probably never expected things to end like this for them. Just then, however, the Arch-King's gaze had landed on Wilbur and the man. Countless ghostly soldiers continued to appear from the formation, pouncing onto Wilbur's end. Wilbur gripped his spirit energy sword, slashing all the ghostly soldiers that came his way and sending them straight to hell. Ryder and Isabella stood behind him nervously, wary and prepared. "What powerful spirit energy. I must admit it's quite rare. We'll see just how long can you hold on then, for my army of death is infinite." The Arch-King seemed to pay no mind to Wilbur's immense power, instead looking over at the man. His side seemed the most at ease. The ghostly soldiers that came his way would lose focus not long after, turning to attack Wilbur.